I think my motivations for coming to Space Camp was really wanting to be involved in the innovation ecosystem, seeing all the cool things that were out there, wanting to be a disruptor, wanting to make a difference. But once I got to Space Camp, what really made me want to do my best was seeing the value that we were providing, and then wanting to figure out how to continue to do that, not only for the Space Force, but for the larger community. And it was really cool to kind of do that alongside the Space Force as it was standing up. I would say the proudest moment, besides seeing the value that was being delivered in actual functioning software that the end user was leveraging, was standing up as an official branch in the DoD, because what seemed like a kind of underground startup within the DoD turned into an official branch. You know, leadership seeing the value of Space Camp and it being a need for the Space Force. And you know, that was to the credit of everyone at Space Camp, everyone from the founders to the people that we have in the organization today. So it was definitely really cool to see. I think as long as we continue to focus on the end user and serving them, I think we'll be on a good track. As long as we don't get complacent and find ways to continue to remove the bureaucracy. Well, it seems like for once, we're actually listening and actively trying to understand the end user's problems. For a while, change happened from the top down, but what we're doing is seeing change happen from the bottom up. So finding ways to resource that and give them the proper tools is really awesome, and I think what helps them the most. If you look at where the world is today, we can't afford not to move quickly, not get stuck in the status quo. We need to continue to challenge everything. If we don't, you know, we lose passion, we lose hope, and we kind of lose our purpose. So continuing to stay uncomfortable and put ourselves in a position where we're pushing the pace and really delivering value. Well, we have a really awesome history, and the people here are amazing, and we really try to focus on putting people first, and from that outset, results will follow. Don't care about annual awards or a fancy news article, but really putting people first, and I think that's what makes us unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. So I'll be transitioning out of the Space Force and stepping into probably my most important and exciting role as a father. I'm also exploring opportunities in the commercial sector, as well as thinking about starting something of my own. Well, I think often in something like this, we might get frustrated or bogged down, but something that I've held on to, something from The Lord of the Rings, you have Frodo and Sam in a moment on their, what seems like an impossible journey, a point where, you know, they feel the weight of the world on their shoulders, and Frodo looks at Sam and says, I can't do this, Sam. And Sam turns and says, I know, it's all wrong, by all means, we shouldn't even be here. But it's like the tales that they talk about, you know, full of darkness and danger, but those tales are, you know, what really matters. This will pass as well, and when the sun shines, it'll shine out the clear. But the people had many chances of turning back, but they didn't, and that's because they're holding on to something. And Frodo kind of turns and says, well, what are we holding on to, Sam? And he says that there's some good in this world, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth fighting for. So I think as we're in this position and finding ways to deliver value, and there's a lot of things in our way, just recognizing that there's some good in this world and it's worth fighting for, and that's kind of something that's kept me going, no matter if it's in work or in personal life. I think it's just something that has really helped. You know, this was one of the most amazing opportunities that I've ever been a part of, and part of it is the fun that we had and the value that we were delivering, but above all, it was the people. So every single person that has been a part of Space Camp and what we do, thank you so much for being such an instrumental part of my life. It's definitely going to be hard to move on to something else, but I'm excited, and I'm excited to see what Space Camp has in the future, but definitely a super bittersweet moment for me. How now, brown guy? Theme music. Once that starts.